Hello, my name's Ethan. I'm a student at the Vision Tech. But for my independent project, I decided to do Flash animation, which is something I've never done, didn't know anything about. Um, Description, I just wanted to learn the basics of how to use Flash. Um, by the end, yes, I confirmed I'm bad at drawing, which you'll see. Um, it's harder than it looks. Like, honestly, I thought it would just be as simple as drawing a picture, and there'd be some buttons to where I can make a move. I figured out it was not that easy. Like, you have to draw everything from the background to the way it looks to the way everything moves in the background. It's a lot harder than I thought it would. And then me being someone who does like photography, this is a completely new area for me. Um, I obviously use Adobe Flash. There's a lot of things that go into animating. Like, I thought it was just going to be I put in a background, I had this thing move, like I said, but you have to worry about frames, different. I'll show you what symbols and motion tweening is. Like, the hardest part for me was just to get the clouds to move. I mean, that was the first motion tween I did. It confused me. I didn't know how it worked. The easiest part was definitely just drawing the background. It's easy, sits there the whole time. I created the illusion motion by drawing the motion. I didn't use Bone Tool because it's way too confusing. I didn't understand it, and this is my first time using it. And as I said, it was the hardest thing. I just didn't understand it, couldn't get it to work for me, so I just created motion. I was able to follow the plan, but I was planning to make like a minute and a half long animation after seeing one of my classmates doing it. But he's really talented with it. He can do it, and I learned that was just not possible for me to do in 4 weeks. Here's the actual thing. I'll show you the actual file. If you watch the walk in the beginning, it's not that good, but later on, near the end, you'll see that I was able to create motion through better motion by just by learning how to draw with help from one of my classmates. Overview. I learned that animating does take a lot of time. Like I said, it takes a lot of time to draw everything. You have to have an idea. That is something big I did not have in the beginning. I was just drawing to draw. You have to know where you are going with this, or it just goes nowhere. Like, you're just drawing for nothing. You got to have a path. Like, this is where I want to go with this. This is what the storyline is. I thought it was just as simple as drawing a simple scene. It's not. You got to know where you're going. You're just drawing pointlessly. Um, I'll pull up the file now and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is Flash. This is just the basic Flash. Um, that blue area is like your canvas. Like, anything that's blue, that's my canvas. It's supposed to be the sky. So everything that's off it, like this cloud right here, it's that cloud on the far left. That cloud cannot be seen when you saw the animation. Um, and then if you look here, these are your different layers. Like, this is the background. This is like the person. This whole line right here, that's the person walking. There's a rock. The rock. This is called background. Sorry, that's the background. This is the clouds. And this is not the clouds. This is the birds and a couple of the trees. This is the person, like I said. And this blue thing right here, this blue line, and it's a little different over here if you look. It's because it's a motion tween. It's these clouds are motion tween. Now, if I zoom in here, this was hard for me at first. I did not know what I was doing. Like, when you first create a motion tween, it literally just is like a straight line through it. But, like, if I want the clouds to, these little dots here dictate where you want them to go. So if I want the clouds to go up here, or if I want them to drop down, like, if you see here, there's a second little black dot. In the beginning, if you watch, they drop down, and they just go, and they go straight. But since I put that little dot there, they start all the way up there. That's the starting point. I don't want that. So let me back out. Alright. But this little black dot right here, they first start by going down, but then that's when change of direction is happening, right there. That was so hard for me to understand. Like that, if you watch, let me show you. This bird right here, I drew that. I drew the motion, because I didn't understand motion tweening yet. I was just drawing the draw, which was a terrible idea, because it messed me up. Over here, all the different symbols I used. Oops, that was a mess up. I should probably delete it. You just gotta control click and delete the symbol. This is when he's crawling at the end. Here's the rock. case you want the rock. One of the flips, you can just rotate the image. It's as simple as clicking on him. Whoops. Well, he's not a symbol. I gotta click on a symbol. Like if I just put him on, like the B, if I just put the B right there, if I want to rotate it, whoops, I can do it right. I can't seem to do it right now. Why am I can't remember now. Well, that's my fault, but I will link tutorials I did to learn how to do this, and I'll tell you, I totally forgot. I don't know how I did it. I'm sorry, but definitely motion tween is the hardest. Like I'll show you here with some of the motion, like in the very beginning, like it just looks dumb. It looks dumb in my opinion. It's literally just not running. But near the end, I had help from a fellow classmate who's really talented in this. You watch the motion, it looks more realistic. Whoops, let me go back a little bit more. It looks a little bit more realistic, the running. This is kind of like your timeline. This top part is your timeline. It's where you know everything, like every single one of this is a frame. So this whole project has 167 frames in it. And if I go over to properties, this is where you can change like how many frames per second. So like in every second you can set it to whatever. The more frames, the faster things move along. Like you could have 2 frames per second, so it'll just be really slow. Size, 1080 by 1080 is what I did. You can change it. If I'm correct, high definition is 1080 940, but I'm not sure on that. Now, say you don't want a blue background. This is where you come to change that. You just go to your stage and select the color you want and do whatever. What else is there? This is just a simple action script. There's nothing fancy to it. That's about it. Thank you for watching. I'll put the tutorials that I used in the description. But thank you for watching.